What's happening, sports fans? We hope this finds you well. We hope you're making it through quarantine like the rest of us and doing well. We got another top recruit to talk to. This one, though, comes with a very regal and royal introduction. It's Fernando Luca Martinez the fifth. Although we will have to find out of those five, is he the best baseball player iteration of Fernando Luca Martinez? He's going to Washington State next year. He's a senior at San Marcos. So go Knights, go Cougs, go everything. Thank you for joining us. Let's start with that. Are you the best Fernando Luca Martinez of all five of them at baseball?
To be honest, my dad played baseball. My grandpa played baseball. I haven't really talked to about my great grandfathers and stuff like that if they played. But I mean, being from Cuba, that's the one thing that they grind. It's literally solely baseball. So I wouldn't be surprised. But my dad says I'm the best one. But I don't want to toot my own horn, so I don't think so. I have these gifts from my family, so.
If you don't mind me asking about that heritage, when did the family come into the United States? How recent and deep are the Cuban roots?
My dad came to Florida when he was, I believe, 8 years old. And then him and my grandma and my grandpa, they came here. And then they moved to California, and I grew up with them ever since. My grandpa still lives with us, so I get a lot of my Cuban heritage.
So it's a pretty
throughout my life.
So you actually are getting that pretty authentic infusion of it. Can you just explain to us, because I am fascinated when you start talking about baseball in other cultures. It is not the same game everywhere. There's really different mindsets to just how some of the positions are played, even just how some of the work ethic happens. So, I mean, can you give just people that don't know much about it insight into what real authentic baseball is, from the Cuban point of view?
Well, I wouldn't say baseball is really a sport. It's more of a lifestyle, A lot of people, and people solely believe that. I know it's a cheesy thing to say, but people definitely believe that. I know my family believes that. I definitely believe that myself. I always say I don't know what my life would be without baseball, but of course that's a stupid thing to say because I have all the rest of my life to live.
Yeah, we're finding that out too right now.
Yeah, but I love it that much. Being without it right now is just so hard because it's something that can take my mind off everything, But yeah, my family, we thrive on baseball. I know my dad misses the hell out of it, and it's just we're always talking about it. My dad never forced me to play baseball when I was little. It kind of just I was watching a Dodger game when I was 6, and I told him, I'm let's go play some catch. Went outside. My dad saw me throw. He's like, okay, we got to get you on the field. And ever since then, I've just been in love with it.
So does that mean you're a Dodgers fan?
No, I'm not a Dodgers fan. I'm a Giants fan. We got a crazy rivalry in the house because my dad grew up a Dodgers fan. He still is. He watched Sandy Koufax pitch. So we have a really intense rivalry in the household.
Yeah, I have, I guess, the Diet Coke version of that because my dad grew up in relatively that same era of Dodgers fandom with the Ron Say, Steve Garvey infield very lovable, and I'm the Padres fan, and so significantly more success in your version of the rivalry because it goes back to New York and all that kind of stuff, and you've won World Series and Padres fans haven't. But that's a whole separate podcast of just sadness. Anyone in the family a Cuban cook? Do you get authentic Cuban food at home?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because
it's such the cuisine of the Cubans is just beyond immeasurable.
Cuban food and Cuban coffee, I think, are some things that I meet a lot, not a lot, but when I do meet Cuban people, they're ready to go to blows for their culture, and their food is significantly leaps and bounds more passionate and above.
I don't know what it is about it, but the flavor and everything is just, it exceeds every other.
Okay, so what's the dish then? If you had to rank the top 3 Cuban dishes.
My favorite, pretty classic, Cuban sandwich. I love a Cuban sandwich. We had them just the other night. They're so good. And then after that, probably arroz con pollo. That's rice and chicken, and it's a yellow kind of rice. It's really good. And then I like empanadas, and empanadas are they're stuffed with meat, and it's just they're just.
My mouth is watering. Do you cook any of these, or is this the family, the mom, dad, grandparents, everyone cooking them for you?
My dad cooks a lot, and he's teaching me everything. When we cook it, he tries to help me out, and I help try to help him out. And so like once in a while we make some Cuban sandwiches. We're making picadillo right now.
So I think what I'm trying to get at is we're all kind of starved for entertainment and content. So if we get to the point where we really need something, can we go to you for like a cooking show? Would you mind hosting like an Instagram live of
cooking show?
Yeah, would you take a stab at like I'm gonna go Instagram live and teach everyone Cuban sandwiches?
I'll do that.
Fair enough. We'll hold if we reach the point where we've completely run out of interviews and stuff to talk about, we'll get around to that cooking show. I like that idea.
No, I'll cook some Cuban sandwiches for you guys.
Deal. Well, don't cook too many because you can't bring them to any of us. just make one.
For me to eat, which is a lot. So.
Deal. So let's backtrack a little bit and talk about that commitment. Washington State, Pac-12 baseball. That's the big time. I'm very passionate that's the best conference in college. So I will give you the stud that you're going to go play at one of the best 12 colleges in the nation. What was that decision like for you?
It was exciting. It was really exciting, and it was like, I mean, I've dreamed of playing college baseball for the longest time. I mean, I've always known I want to go to college, and like baseball was always like my way in, so I could get money and stuff like that. And like I literally cannot thank the Washington State coaches enough and all the people that have helped me get there. And I'm just like, I can't wait. I was supposed to leave in June for the summer bridge program, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We're still waiting on that. But I was really excited to leave. I know my mom's bummed, but
every parent that's a good sign though that the parents are bummed. That means they like having you around. My parents were kind of like, "Hey, you can come back at Thanksgiving. Go, have fun, enjoy college." Yeah. So was there an aha moment? Did you always know it was going to be Washington State? What was the deciding factor, or was it just a bunch of stuff?
Well, I went on my visit there, and Washington has always been my favorite state. I went there before I went to visit the school, and I hadn't even been to the east side of Washington yet.
I was going to say Seattle and the coast is a very different world of Washington.
No, it's very different. It's very different. But I really like seasons, so I knew that wherever I wanted to go, I wanted some new seasons because I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty tired of the sun. I know it's a pretty stupid thing to say that I'm tired of 70 degrees every day, but
layering is kind of cool. Legit being able to wear like a cool jacket and all the different kind of stuff. It's fun.
I think I style better when I'm wearing more clothes, so
Yes.
But I'm really excited for that, and so that was a big factor. And then I really connected with like the whole school. Like I knew I wanted to go there. And we got a whole new coach. We got a new coaching staff, and I had like a choice to make, like whether I wanted to stay there or not. And I really liked them. Like I liked them a lot. So, it kind of just, I was like, I'm sticking with it. This is gonna be amazing. I know that this is the school I want to go to. So, I'm excited.
I think that I like asking everybody because everyone has a different route to it. Is there any advice, tips, guidance, whatever it would be that you would say to sixth graders, eighth grade, just someone younger and earlier on in the recruitment process?
Don't get discouraged. And don't be too hasty, Like you're going to get a lot of opportunities, and you just have to be patient, and you got to know what you want. Sometimes your sport doesn't work out, and like that's okay. But I mean, if you love it, keep playing. Try your best.
I've kind of long held, since basically forever, that San Diego is a baseball town. No matter what 1.2 million follower type basketball player we have in San Diego County, or what, Twitter is all about football. We're a baseball town. Like it's our best sport by far. In the last couple of years, we have seen Kevin Abel from Madison go on and be the game-winning pitcher in the College World Series. We've seen, all like Mac Bingham and all sorts of guys the last couple of years going into the Pac-12. Like you're gonna be you're gonna be returning to some rivalries, teaming up with some kids from like you're gonna still see a bunch of people in San Diego. So, do you ever think about like, damn man, we have a really hard season where I'm playing against a ton of college kids, and like this is crazy how much talent from San Diego is still here at this next level.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's cool. Like I like the idea that I get to play all my buddies in college. Like my friend Bryce Grudzelanek, he's going to UCLA. He's a junior right now at Torrey Pines, but I get to play him. I'm really excited to play him. And like the competition when you're out there on the field in high school and like you hear of like what schools kids are going to. Like I don't think that means anything. Like, I mean,
Okay,
it
fair
probably
enough.
means that you're good. I think it means that you're good, but it's baseball. Like, baseball can go any way. You could be the best player, strike out 4 times in a game, or you could be the best pitcher and get taken out in the first inning because you get raked. Like,
I've certainly
it's,
seen
it's baseball.
your offense put up a 20 spot on some of the pitchers that you're like, he had a 1.3 ERA going into that game, and then
Yeah, we had a pretty crazy offense this year.
yeah, no, I'll go back. I'll go back the last 3 years, and I'll say the last, oh man, when you guys won the Division II, your second baseman was it Jacob Bloss, I think.
Zach Prasner.
Zach Pratt. I'm getting all my years and whatever confused, but with like Vinny Martinez behind the dish the last couple of years and Pratt, like you've had some squads the last 5 years, 4 years, whatever it is.
We've had a great team
That really like you guys smash, and that's not you have kind of a hard field to hit it out at too.
Yeah, definitely for lefties it's a lot easier because you get the wind and it's a shorter fence to right. Definitely.
Everybody phones it in for the lefties. Everyone gives lefties such a generous short porch. Speaking of offense, aside from your field, what are some of your favorite fields or maybe your favorite field to hit at in San Diego?
I actually love our field. I love hitting at my field, but I like playing at Carlsbad. Carlsbad's really nice. I always like playing at Torrey, but I think that's just the energy because playing Torrey Pines is always really fun.
It's you kind of answer. I always leave a little room while you're thinking. I just want to throw this out there because it has changed. So I feel old saying it, but I always have to bring it up. Claremont used to have a 210-foot left field fence that was 80 feet tall. Yeah, I wish they still had that. That would be the greatest thing to see. Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I hate to ask it, but I love to ask. This is a crazy time. No other group of high school seniors, really anybody, has ever gone through a global quarantine and had their season shut down and all this kind of stuff. So what has this been like for you? What have been the emotions, the what's been on your mind and your heart the last couple weeks?
Well, like I said, I'm pretty upset that I don't know baseball. It takes my mind off a lot of things. And but I mean, there's not much to put my mind to these days. I'm kind of just at home. I'm working out. I had to make my own makeshift gym because nothing's shipping right now for some reason. So I mean, being without baseball is just life feels like there's something missing, and it's not a little something. It's a big something. And so that's kind of what it feels like. I miss all my friends. I miss my teammates. We had a great team chemistry this year, and I miss hanging around them. I miss playing with them. And I wish I had known it was gonna be my last game. That's one of my biggest regrets. I wish I would have known.
Well, I think that's the crazy part, and that's what I really appreciate you sharing. Kind of what's been on your mind is this went from 0 to 60 real fast. This went from, okay, it's Friday, we'll see each other on Monday, to, okay, well, it's 2 extra weeks of spring break, to it's now just no more, and nobody got that closure or that goodbye. So if you had a chance here to say something to your teammates, to your coaches, to San Marcos, what would that be? What would you tell them? What would you say you're going to miss?
Well, to my teammates, I'm going to say I miss them. I miss them a lot, and they're the best group of guys I've ever played with, both on and off the field. I love hanging around them. To my coaches, I literally can't thank my coaches enough, and I'm going to miss them full-heartedly. Dufek's been he's been an amazing coach to me, and Desi's been such an inspiration to all of us, and I really can't thank them enough for everything they've done for me. I know I wouldn't be at the place I am today without them.
I'm not going to let you get out of here without talking a little bit about the Blue Crew.
Oh,
so let's clear a wide lane here and let's dive into that. You were the president or de facto leader of it for a little while, correct?
Yeah, one of the presidents.
Okay, so did you come in last year to the studio? Please forgive me. Okay, I know we had a group of you guys in last year to the radio show.
I was part of ASB last year, actually.
Fair enough. You guys have won the Battle of the Fans a couple of times. You got all the bona fides. I just need to know, is it cooler in reality or in the Alex Paz videos?
It's cooler in reality.
So tell us what's a Friday night like?
The energy level is beyond comparable with any other school I've ever been to. When like when I went to go on my visits for college baseball, and I would go to like the football games because they would always let us watch the football games. I feel like that's the kind of energy we have, and it's incredible to lead. It's incredible to like be such an influence to all the kids, and to get so many people to come to our games. It's just so incredible, and I love the energy of our school. It's hard to beat, obviously. 2 years in a row for Blue Crew, and we just get more and more students every year. Every game, we get more and more students. It was just hopefully that's the legacy we lead, is to just make sure you come to games.
Well,
It's a lot of fun.
yeah. So talk about that a little bit, because I think it's kind of one of those like snowball going downhill things that people don't understand. Is that if you put in a little bit of effort, if you go to other people's games, they will come to yours. If you go to a volleyball game, they'll come back to the football games. They'll go to the baseball. You even mentioned when we were talking before the interview a little bit that volleyball was some of your cooler experiences. So
yeah, I love going to the girls' volleyball games.
well, yeah. So what outside of that, that outside of football, basketball, baseball, what are maybe some of your best memories with the Blue Crew? Really proving like, that's where we were next level.
The volleyball games for sure. Like going to when they went to the championship, and that was really fun when we played CCA. That was super crazy. Or CCA. I forgot. I always get those schools mixed up. But that was really cool. Going to the basketball games was a lot of fun, of course. The football games were crazy. I like that we started to get people to come to our baseball games. I know baseball is becoming more and more popular. We were playing teams that not even part of our league that really a lot of people didn't come to last game. We were having a lot of people pull up, which was really cool.
Shout out
And
San
really
Marcos,
exciting
man.
for everybody, And I think really exciting part about the Blue Crew was just being in it together. Like my 6 other Blue Crew presidents, they were really awesome. They're some of the best people I know, some of the best kids I went to school with, and they're just great leaders, and they're just an awesome influence around everybody, and they're an awesome influence on me.
Yeah, the Blue Crew, folks, for those of you that are just tuning in and missed it somehow, has this amazing videographer, Alex Paz. We will share one of his latest edits with you guys so you can dive back into it. But it seems to me from the outside in that like you guys are living a movie. You got every single week you're getting exactly the experience that like everybody it sees as like that climax of high school, that one crazy game. You guys are getting it every single week. So mad respect to you. You're also creative as hell. Like some of the smoke machines that you get with stuff shooting out of trash cans and the coordination of the themes makes me very sad.
Being a big school helps. Being a big school definitely helps. But I remember when the guy was talking to, or when we were talking to somebody, they were saying like, when they did the interviews, they were talking about how people would like, yeah, we're just trying to be like San Marcos,
Yeah.
Because we're like, yeah, that's right. We're the influencers.
Well, and you're talking to somebody that showed up once literally by himself in Los Angeles to a state soccer semifinal when I was in high school because I couldn't get anyone to go with me. Everyone was like, nah, I'm not going to drive up in that traffic on a Friday night. I'm like, we're one game away from a state championship. Why would we not go support our team? So I showed up in full regalia and dressed to the nines, and it was very awkward because we were significantly closer to the other school, and they had a great home crowd. So I got mad respect for anyone that rolls out to all those those road games. And I'm jealous and I'm sad, and I live vicariously through your successes the last couple of years, watching all that Brew Crew.
That's what we hope to do.
Deal. Well, man, I just appreciate everything. You sharing your time with us. You sharing just some of your honest thoughts about what's going on. Folks, there are a ton of high school athletes right now. We're just talking to the very tip of the tip, but there's so many out there that were seniors that had their season cut short that need your positive vibes, your well wishes, your thoughts. Go watch their highlight tapes, even if it's only one clip, even if it's just one home run or one something. Go support them. Man, thank you so much for being on with us. We're going to hold you to our cooking show idea because we need to deal. I really appreciate that. Folks, stay safe, stay indoors, keep following all those guidelines, and we will talk to you on our next Top Recruit.